See you later. Don't let the weirdness bite, eh?
You were awaited. In the past, in the present, and in the future. All stages have converged into one. And here you stand. Welcome, Hollow Shell. It is time to begin the next act of your journey. I am the one, the vessel, the bearer of grace, the giver. I have worn many names, but names matter little, except for the prophets. Kai, listener of the bleeding heart of the plague, the sanctified pilgrim. Simple minds with lofty titles, and simpler folk with no standing, opened these walls to something they did not understand. Then came the outbreak of terror. The plague claimed this place. Red Death. A holy relic. A fragment of the sanctified body of the prophet. Ignatius is but a corpse now, walking his own path toward grace. But his journey nears an end. He survived because he was the only one prepared to become a hollow shell. I chose him to carry the gift forward, to pass it on to someone he deemed worthy. It seems that someone was you. A humble soul is awaited by the bleeding heart of the plague. Someone who evaded its grasp. Someone who defied the destiny laid before them. Her name is Una, an old widow in Kuna. But she is not alone. There is another, one whose choice led you here. Yes, him. His role as the hollow shell must end. His purpose is fulfilled. He is no longer needed. In you, I have found a servant whose perfect obedience will enact the will of Prophet Kai and the heart. She will die in her sleep, and she will find peace place in death. For those who defy their destiny cannot depart with joy. The gift you carry is only the beginning. Much within you must be purged before you achieve perfect obedience, before you are ready for the final act. Now, receive the mark of the plague. Pass it on to those I have chosen. When their fates are sealed, return here for the next step to be revealed. I know. Return when it is done.
The plague's mark. So, it has come for me at last. I always knew it would. I prayed for my family, but never for myself. Perhaps this is why. No, my prayers are said. My heart is prepared. Thank you for bringing me this warning. It's more than most receive. Go now. Death will come when it's ready. There's no need for you to linger and watch.
Spare a coin for the hungry. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Crunch, crunch!
There. You're going to feel better soon. Do you need something? Are you in pain? I'll do all I can to help, but I need to warn you that our supplies are quite limited. Well, actually, the hospital is run by Camelot. I'm just an apprentice to Neonte, the priestess of the All-Mother here in Kunot. But the healer from Camelot is dead, and Neonte spends most of her time at Lord Yvain's manor. So, it seems I'm on my own. There is a patient who won't let me treat him. His name's Wilbur, and he's a difficult case. Most of what ails him is just old age. Some days he's clear-headed, but those are becoming fewer and farther between. Lately, he won't let me touch him. He yells at me, claiming I'm keeping him here by force, away from his family. He's even stopped eating and refuses to take his medicine. Honestly, I'm at my wit's end. I don't know how to help him anymore without scaring him even more. All of Kunakt knows that I was marked by the weirdness. It's not as bad as people make it out to be, but some are superstitious. They believe I bring bad luck. When Neonte took me in, there were a lot of whispers, though it got better once I started working in the hospital. Weirdness or not, at least they have a healer. But I'm afraid that, in Wilbur's head, I've become some monstrous figure, keeping him prisoner. You can try, if you'd like. Maybe he'll trust you more than he trusts me. Just, please, be gentle with him. He's been through enough already. No one knows. He barely speaks. And when he does, it's all nonsense. The poor man's lost his mind. I'm afraid there's no point in talking to him right now. Besides, he needs rest. You should speak to Legate Denham. All I know is they sent him somewhere. And when he came back, he was like this. If I had to guess, I'd say it's the effects of the weirdness. He's a seasoned soldier. I'm sure he's seen plenty in his life. I doubt anything could scare him enough to drive him mad. The other soldiers said he was acting completely normal before. So it's not some long-standing illness of the mind. Unless he hid it very well. But I've seen similar cases in people who spend a few nights, or even one, beyond the Menhir's reach.
Have some spare food or coin?
Do you hear it? silence, from which the word shall emerge. This mark. No. But I don't understand. I was told to wait. An empty shell. Just as it was said. Why are you doing this to me? Why, when I gave you such a wondrous gift? It's hard to hold faith in destiny when staring at the mark of the plague. But I must remain strong. I must remain the hollow shell, perfectly obedient. I am a corpse, anyway. Go now. Let me think.
Always a pleasure.
You are back. Ignatius. Una. These souls have taken their first steps onto the path that leads to the embrace of the bleeding heart of the plague. Soon they will begin their final act. Give it to me. Seal my fate as well. And so, my final act unfolds. Let us close our eyes together.
I'm sorry, Wanderer, but you cannot rest here. Not yet. I sense my brother's soul within you. The pull of his destiny is stronger than any of our desires. I am, well, his half-sister. A very important distinction at court. To Arthur, though, I was always just sister. The one he liked, not only loved. I stood by his side, listened to him, and spoke my mind when he needed it. And when the visions came, I was the only one who understood they weren't just madness. My poor brother. I couldn't bear to see him suffer. There was little I wouldn't do if it meant I could help him. They came with the plague. The land was ravaged by sickness, and Arthur's mind was plagued by waking nightmares. He heard a voice, clear as any other, calling to him, relentlessly, day and night, begging him to return to Avalon. Oh, but how does one return to a place they have never seen before? He'd come to me in the dead of night, afraid he was going mad. But I knew better. I heard it too, though faintly. To me, they were merely echoes of a distant despair. In a way, I think I did, but even now I'm not sure. I followed the visions, though most of the court thought I'd lost my mind, or that I'd secretly caught the Red Death and it had taken over my senses. Sir Estor was one of the very few who believed me, and the only one brave enough to join me on my pilgrimage to a plague-ridden land. The visions showed me a place of beginnings, bathed in creeping scarlet. So, that's where we went. The bleeding heart of the plague. With every step, the voice grew louder. And when I finally saw it, it felt as though it was beating inside my own chest. Each heartbeat was like a knife twisting, a festering wound that could never heal. That's when I understood. The homelands are lost, and Avalon is truly our only salvation. There was something almost human about it, and yet it was so terribly alien. It was like staring at your own reflection in a distorted mirror. Everything seemed familiar, yet profoundly wrong. I've had centuries to reflect on it, and I think I've almost uncovered the truth. A truth that's both simple and devastating. The heart is a grief made manifest. The sorrow of a mother who lost her child. Undoubtedly, yes. These are three aspects that could not exist without one another. There was a heart, struck by immense grief. That grief gave birth to a force as untamable, as relentless as the plague. I believe that there's no cure for such matters, except time. And time is a luxury only we humans have. I don't know. I thought leading Arthur to Avalon would keep us safe. But then it followed us here, too. I'm not sure there's anything we can do to cure a bleeding heart. For a being that exists outside of time, with only a rudimentary grasp of mortality, there's no such thing as an end. I doubt she wants everyone else to suffer with her. She just doesn't know how to stop. I saw that staying meant death for all of us. Nothing in the homelands could stop the plague. And the voice, it kept calling night and day, promising safety on Avalon shores. Arthur once told me it sometimes felt familiar to him, though he could never say why. Even then, he wasn't sure if he could trust it. You could say that. One way or another, every prophet becomes a captive to their followers. Some chains are just more visible than others. The Red Priests like to call me theirs. So, theirs I must remain. After we left the homelands, people started listening to me. Not just to my brother. It was terrifying, stepping out of his shadow. But I did my best to guide them. You see, no one becomes a prophet on their own. They're made by the people who need someone to follow. I became what they needed. Sometimes a guiding hand, other times a whip over their heads. Keep going. Take it from someone who has lived far too long. Some decisions are out of your hands. You just have to make the best of what's left. You'll do fine. You're in excellent company, after all. And, Arthur, I'm sorry I can't stand by your side this time. But know you're always in my heart, brother. This is for both of you. May we all find peace at the end of this path. Please, take care of my brother. Now go. There's nothing more for you here.
Nice to see you.
Got money? I've got elixirs.
Nice to see you.
Take care now.
You doing okay?
You're helping that jailer with the weird face, are you? Might as well throw me in the stocks then. I ain't going down peaceful, that's for sure. I want to go to my family. They live in the lower district. I'll go to them, but that cursed wench won't let me leave. Bollocks! There's been no Red Death since King Arthur's times. I bet she's the one who filled your head with all that nonsense, eh? Don't listen to her. You can tell right away that nothing good comes from her. Good folk don't end up twisted like she is.
Leave. I want to be alone.
Creak, creak!
You did it. My day has been returned to me. I owe you a huge debt, and I'm not quite sure how I can repay it. Though the jingle of coins in my pouch sounds more like a whisper, I can offer you this.
Leave me alone. help a soul out on your journey, will you? Oh, is that you, Roy? Have you finally come to visit your grandpa? I won't listen to this drivel. One more lie, and you'll all regret it. Anyone could write such nonsense. That's it. I've had enough of your scheming. Goodbye. Oh, is that you, Roy? Have you finally come to visit your grandpa? What took you so long? Did you lose that toy of yours again? I remember you wouldn't go anywhere without it. But I see you're all grown up now, so it's probably long gone. Oh, good. That's good. You remembered to always have it with you. Do you remember why you got this plushie? Aye, don't forget about him. Remember, family is the most important thing. No matter what happens or how things are, they're your kin by blood, and you can't fool that bond. I've always been there for you too. Oh, we'll feast. All right. And what about the next verse? But if a wicked foe dares cross our floor, do you really think I'm just some mad old man? I can recognize my own grandson. I've seen through all of you. I hope every one of you gets what's coming, damn it. That's it. I've had enough of your scheming. Goodbye. Oh, is that you? What took you so long? Did you? But... Oh, good. You remembered. Do you remember why you... Aye, don't forget about him. No matter what happens, I've always been there for when the dark night comes. The men here will feast. All right. And what about the next verse? But if a wicked foe dares cross our floor, oh, it is really you. On the Old Mother, you have grown. How much time must have passed? Something must be really messed up in my head. Tell me, dear Roy, will you take me home now? You're serious about this? Fine, then. If you say so, I'll trust you. I'll stay in the hospital, but damn it, this better not take long. Here, take this, and get yourself something nice at the inn. Leave me now. Grandpa has to rest. It was good to see you.
I know. I saw what you did. I'm not sure if lying to him was the best idea. But, well, it's better than nothing. Thank you. You've helped us both. I'm just so relieved I didn't have to handle this one thing all on my own. But I can't keep going on like this for much longer. I can't run this hospital all on my own. It's an impossible task. Oh, she thinks I have everything well in hand. As if she doesn't notice it, all falling apart. I know I should feel flattered by her trust. But honestly, I'm just exhausted. I'm not even a priestess. The only training I've had is what she's given me. Ever since Lady May fell ill and died, Leonti's barely been here. She just sits by her grave. Truth be told, I'm a bit worried about her. Even when she does come by, she seems absent. and I don't even have the time to go check on her. Someone with money, preferably. I won't lie. I've thought about it already. More than once. Someone who can supply us with ingredients. Maybe an alchemist to make the medicines. At one point, I even considered asking the Red Priests for help. But Neonte would have my head. Then I thought about Orwyn and the Merchants' Union. But I can't abandon the patients, just to have a long discussion about the business prospects of a failing hospital. You do that? For me? Why? I just told you the hospital has no money. I can't pay you for your efforts. That's very noble of you. But still, when the hospital is back on its feet, I'll find a way to repay you. Thank you. Even if it doesn't work out. Your offer means the world to me. I've been alone with this for so long. It's good to finally have some hope. Here. Take this. I hope it helps. Unfortunately, that's all I can give you. We have to make sure there's enough for everyone in need. Camelot treats this place like a field hospital. To them, it's temporary. Though I suppose that's their outlook on all of Connacht right now. The legate says Camelot simply can't spare anyone else. According to him, one priestess and her apprentice should suffice. And yet, his soldiers are the ones who are supposed to get priority. Even if they only have a blister, I'm required to treat them before a local with a broken leg. It is. It really is. The hospital's barely holding on. Camelot pays us a pittance for treating their soldiers. And the villagers just pay with what they can. But I can't make medicine with eggs and chickens. And even if I could, I don't have the time. Some days, I dream that someone will swoop in and take it all off my hands. Ideally, it would be Neonte. But I'm not sure I can count on her anymore. Still, maybe it's worth a try.
Nice to see you.
My father let you in? He never lets anyone through. I don't get visitors. Ever. You must be important. What could you possibly want with me? The Knights of the Round Table. I used to read all about their adventures, and I'd always get stuck on the paths when they described armor. What type of steel was it? What kind of joints did it use? How did it move with the body? I needed to know how all the pieces fit together. Knights are impressive, yes, but what really caught my interest was how their armor worked. It's not just about charging into battle like people think. There's a logic to it. A system. I suppose the stories of adventure and heroism are part of it too. But armor. A knight can't fight if his armor doesn't fit exactly right. And there's something satisfying about that kind of precision. That's surprising. It's not like I'm telling tales of great heroes or battles. I just write what I see, what I think about the craft. I don't understand why people would admire me for that. I'm not even a real armorer. It's not like I'm some master craftsman people should look up to. I thought I was making it clear how beautiful the process is. It's just how the words come out when I write. I didn't think it mattered all that much, as long as the ideas were clear. Dangerous? How could writing about armorsmithing be dangerous? I don't understand. I'm not telling anyone to go into battle with the things I make. I'm just documenting the process, the way I see it, the way I learn. It's no different than a chronicler writing about wars or knights. Their words don't cause harm. My books, they're meant to show how beautiful armorsmithing is. I love the craft, the intricacies, the details. Why should that be dangerous? But how could they follow it so blindly? I didn't tell them to make armor and go fight in it. I'm just explaining what I've done. It's like a puzzle. Figuring it out is part of the process. That's what I'm doing. How can people not see that? But I haven't even done the hard part. That's the point. I'm still figuring everything out. I didn't think I had to explain that every time. Isn't it obvious? I'm learning too. I didn't think people would take what I write so seriously. Like I'm an expert or something. I hear what you say, but it doesn't seem fair. I didn't want any of this. I didn't ask for people to treat my books like they're the law. I just wanted to share my ideas. If I stop now, then what was the point of everything I've done? That would be practical. If I just say up front that it's not finished, people won't make the mistake of thinking it's expert advice. Yes, that might solve the problem. I can still write what I want, and they'll have no reason to misinterpret it. Please, tell my father to contact my publisher. I'm too busy right now to talk to him, and later I might forget. I've seen illustrations of King Arthur in full armor. Honestly, it's nothing special.
So, did you find what you were looking for? He sure is. As skilled as any four-dweller, ambitious as a knight of the Round Table. Only shame is, he can't seem to leave that cursed basement. You can see for yourself, he doesn't handle, well, people too easily. Sometimes I wondered if I did something wrong. The boy never looks anyone in the eye. He only lives for those armors of his, and he'd eat nothing but that cursed fish soup if he could. But his mother, may the All-Mother shine upon her soul, she always said that's what makes him unique, and that it's our duty to love him as he is. So I love him, and I support him with all my heart, but I'd rather not think about what'll happen to him once I'm gone. Arden, in the service of the Horns of the South? I can't see it. Although, if they'd let him have a forge and a mentor, without making him fight or bond with others, who knows? That's something to think about. Thank you for caring this much. That could be a solution. Thank you for talking to him. There are days he doesn't say a single word to his own father. I have to slip messages between little facts about armor. It can be exhausting sometimes.
Oh, well, that changes things. I still think he shouldn't be writing about something as serious as armor smithing, but if he's just a kid, I guess I can cut him some slack. Does he now? Well, that's the case, that would explain a lot. Now, I once had an apprentice who also saw the world differently. Never got my jokes, but I liked him a lot. Very focused, talented lad. But the other keepers made fun of him constantly. Morons that they are. And then one day he just vanished. The captain didn't even bother to declare him a deserter. Still, to this day, I wonder what happened to him.
I'm an outcast, exiled from my home by the Red Death.
I swear, just a moment longer and I'll go knock some sense into that madman myself. Some lunatic. He's been going on about a giant crow flying over Connacht, claiming he's going to slay it. Sure, he was standing in the middle of the square, chucking stones at the sky and shouting that he'd chop its head off. When we tried to calm him down, he started flailing and screaming, "The beast! The beast!" So we locked him up. He could have hurt someone. And now he keeps yelling to let him out. I can't take it anymore, I swear. By the All-Mother, another madman. Please, don't do anything that would make me lock you up in a cell. One lunatic a day is enough.
Great heavens! It's you! Fate has brought us together once more, friend. What luck! 100-fold luck! Do you remember me? I'm Barak, the Cursed Knight. Well, not so cursed anymore, thanks to you. Of course, one does not forget a friend, after all. You must help me once more. These fools have locked me in a cell. They refuse to believe the beast is a danger to them. I just wanted to slay it, for I fear nothing anymore. A giant crow, harbinger of doom, a keeper of misfortune. I wouldn't be surprised if the very existence of that monster is why the people of Connacht are faring so poorly. Just as I was cursed once, they might be cursed as well. Ha! So I wasn't wrong. I'm not insane. You know what I'm talking about. If they don't want to help, I won't interfere. Just help me get out of here. I'll leave Connacht and let those folks fend for themselves. Maybe it shouldn't bother me so much. I promise.
promise I'll behave. Maybe yelling in the square and throwing stones was a bit too much. After everything I've been through, I don't want to die in a cell.
I heard you talk to that fool. Well then, did you get an earful about the beast? No. That's not how things work around here. You do something wrong, you pay a fine. And if you don't have the coin, you serve your time. That knight is a pauper. Not a single gold coin to his name. He has to serve his time. Well, yes, but I don't see why you'd want to do that. Besides, it's not exactly a small amount. This fellow's fine comes to a neat 5,000 gold. Yes, and beyond that, he endangered himself and others. He made loud threats directed at something undefined. He disturbed public order. Do I really need to go on? Pay or don't? This isn't a market. There's no bargaining here. No. Well, maybe. I could use a stiff drink. Moonshine, whiskey, gin. My throat's dry as a bone, and I'd kill for a proper meal. Those Camelot folks dress me up in their fancy uniform, but they won't even give me a soldier's ration, damn it. Get me a hearty feast and a good drink, and I'll consider the fine paid. Well, not just any meal. I want you to prepare Camelot's delicacy for me. Do you know the last time I had a proper dinner? Exactly. You know what to do. Unless you'd rather pay the fine, be my guest.
Wilkin! Oh, damn it, Wilkin! Is that you? Oh! I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Say, have you seen a pig running around? Well, yes, what of it? Lots of people give their animals names. Some have a cow named Bessie. I have a pig named Wilkin. Is it? Well, perhaps I'm just more creative. So what? Butcher them? Oh, sweet old mother. I haven't even thought about that. What if someone ate him? Please, please, you have to help me find Wilkin before something terrible happens. Well, the thing is, Wilkin's not really a pig. He's my lover. Well, he's a pig now, but he used to be a man. He was one of Camelot's soldiers. The thing is, I might have done something really stupid. Look, I just wanted him to be happy with me. I know he's not the type to settle down, But I just wanted him to understand that he doesn't need all these other girls when he has me. I went to see a witch that lives outside Connacht. See? Here. I'll show you on the map. They say that if you really, really want something, she'll appear and grant your wish. To be fair, I thought it was just an old wives' tale. I mean, nobody can live that long. Not even a witch. But I decided to see for myself, and there she was. She gave me a potion. She told me to add it to my beloved's meal, and that would be it. He'd be right by my side, as happy as a pig in mud, just as I wanted. She wanted something precious to me, but I didn't have anything. So she said she'd take her payment later. Fat chance of that happening now. I won't give her a single coin. And if she ever shows up here, I'll tell her what I think of her and her deals. I've already sharpened my pitchfork to give her a warm welcome. Yes, I can see now that it might not have been the best choice of words. But in my defense, I suspect that the witch is not really a witch. She's something evil that feeds on the misery of others. That's what she is. That's the thing. She disappeared. I went back there, but there was no sign of her. It's like she was never even there. And then Wilkin disappeared too. Now all I can do is hope that he hasn't ended up on somebody's table. Really? Oh, thank you. May the All-Mother bless your heart. I promise I'll reward you handsomely. Maybe you should try finding the witch first. Maybe she just didn't appear to me out of spite. But perhaps she'll talk to you. Oh, that's for sure. Thank you. I'll stay here, in case Wilkin comes back. Oh, goodness, I just hope it's not too late.
Spare a coin for the hungry. Always a pleasure to see you.
My lord, what a smell! And the drink, full service. Go tell that madman he can start packing. When he's ready to leave the prison, and Connacht, I'll let him go.
You can't imagine how my heart rejoices that you didn't leave me here. So? Of course. If they want to face the beast on their own, that's none of my concern. I wonder where I'll go. I've heard there are beasts lurking around the Forlorn Swords. I should head there. One less beast means at least one human life saved. I fear nothing anymore. I can do it. Thank you again, my friend. Farewell.
Hello again. Really? You walk into the prison and ask the one man in Camelot soldier gear who he is? Oh, that's a good one. Well, stranger, I'm Flan, and I am a prison guard. Fortunately, I'm not terribly overworked, now that most people have either left for Camelot or died of Red Plague. Oh, was that insensitive? My apologies. Well, it depends. Take this, for example. We have a beggar here, all mother bless his soul, who figured out that committing only minor offenses would land him here, rather than at the gallows. This way, instead of begging on the streets, he gets a roof over his head and a warm meal paid for by Camelot. How clever must you be to come up with that? Pretty clever, I'd say. I probably would have done the same if I were him. So, you're looking for the children. That means one of two things. You want in, or you're in the way. Which is it? Ah, so you're the one. Heard whispers about someone hunting the children. Nice to finally put a face to the trouble. Just don't expect to leave this prison alive.
Bugger it all. I should have stayed in the keep.
Help a soul out on your journey, will you?
Oh, hello there.
Hello there. Looking for something special today? Hello there. Looking for something special today? She is? That's interesting news. Though I had no idea the hospital had financial problems. I thought it was funded by our brave Camelosian army. Or was it Lord Yvain? I can never remember. Who in turn dumped the entire responsibility onto her poor apprentice. That sounds like a complete disaster of mismanagement. Still, with a bit of restructuring, it might not be entirely hopeless. That said, a hospital doesn't exactly strike me as a lucrative venture, and I'm not in business for charity. When I invest, I expect a return. And here, I just don't see it. That's true. But in Connacht, people would sooner dig up their grandmother's miracle recipes than pay for something they used to get for free. I need some concrete ideas. So, we're selling people their grandmother's miracle recipes, just with new names and fancy bottles. Clever. We'd also need more funds to start, so we'll take advantage of Camelot still being here and charge them for everything. Legate Denholm won't be thrilled, but it's that or let his soldiers suffer in the barracks. I have to say, you've come prepared. And with some solid ideas. Not just me, I hope. We'll need backing from the rest of the Merchants' Union. Start with Bonksy and Osmond. Get them to join in. And talk to Erwin, since we'll need an alchemist. The more support we have, the better.
I wasn't expecting company.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Show me what you're made of.
Oh, my beloved. Bayor, is that you? But you broke mine. Come closer. Hug me. I want to feel the warmth of your body.
battle! Strike you down! Oh, such a cheap shot! I will be your downfall! You'll fall to my sword. I will be your downfall. Your armor won't save you.
Evening, traveler. Wouldn't wander out there if I were you. Nights are getting darker, and the weirdness seems to creep closer every cursed night. Are you really that out of the loop? Monsters. The kind that don't fancy staying put in old drunkards' tales. And they're getting bolder, coming closer to the fields. These stubborn soil kissers here won't budge, clinging to their rotten roots like it's all golden. And someone's got to keep the night's teeth from their doors. So, here I stand. Well, I might have something that could light your way, and singe a monster or two while you're at it. Fire arrows. These beasts hate fire even more than I hate my posting. For a few coins, they're all yours. Helps me sleep easier knowing I'm peddling more than just warnings. Sometimes.
Hey there, traveler. Better not go much further tonight. Strange things tend to assail our lands with the wilderness on the rise. And miss all the action? No way. The folks here are stubborn, won't leave their lands. They need protection, and I'm here to give it. Plus, I get to be on the front lines if anything happens. Oh, it's quite the lineup out there. We've got creeping shadows and gnashing beasts that start to lurk as soon as the sun dips. They're more than just ghost stories now. They're right on our doorstep, and they seem to get bolder with each passing night. Sure thing. I've got fire arrows. They work wonders against those creatures. It seems like they hate fire even more than I love the thrill of a good skirmish. I can part with some for a few coins. Helps you, helps me. That makes the night watch feel less like a chore and more like preparation for the big leagues. Take care out there.
Another one? We've had enough strangers in Kunat. You lot bring nothing but trouble. Which ones do you want to hear about? The Camelotians who want to take Armenir and rob us of our land? Or the Red Priests knocking on everyone's door and dragging people out into the streets? We already had enough problems without all those prissy arseholes adding to them. The Camelotians are saying Armenir is dying, and when it goes out, we'll get snuffed by the weirdness. Vipers, the lot of them. Yvain brought them here a while ago to help with the Kun Act. That's what he told us anyway. And now? Now they want to take Armenir. Pah! Not just the Menhir. They want to take everything. They're saying all the folks here will have to move. Oh, Mother only knows where. My old man won't hear a word of it. And you know what? I don't blame him. We've worked too hard. We've gone through too much to just leave everything behind. Ha! Welcome in, you say, when your lot just barges in and takes whatever you please. Like old Norm's woodshed. That got requisitioned by Camelot. They shoved some fancy paper in his face and said, "This is ours now." They say it's all fair because Norm got compensated. But what about us, huh? We lent Norm our best axe ages ago, and he left it in that bloody shed. Why? Huh. Maybe you do. but I don't trust folks who offer things for free. They always want something sooner or later. We may not have much, but we're honest folk. Bring me back that axe and I'll pay you. Just don't get caught. Be seeing you.
Really? Well, if this can put Beor back on his feet... Beor, your wound, it changed.
What? What happened? I don't remember much. There was a cave. And a girl? She touched me. I came back and dreamt. Then there's only darkness.
That's right. And what did I always tell you about chasing after women, huh? She stole your heart, literally. You're lucky this one showed up. Otherwise, I never would have guessed you fell in love with a weird beast. Better take this to your grave if you don't want to become a laughingstock. You're so smart, and yet so stupid, eh? Well, get up now, whelp. Enough lazing about. You can take it easy today, but tomorrow you're back in the forge first thing in the morning. You've got a lot to catch up on.
I'm sorry.
And you, thank you. I'd thank the All-Mother for sending you at the last minute, but I don't want to owe her a thing. So, I'm thanking you. Finally we can get back to work. I missed it. If you ever need a smith, you can come to me. All right, back to work. Oh, hello. Do you need something? Times are tough, but I won't forget what you did for Beor. Tell me, how can old Airfear repay you? It all began innocently enough. Our milksop of a lord, Yvain, decided that we didn't have the right tools to unearth the riches of our land. So he sent messengers to Camelot asking for their men and equipment. It was supposed to make us richer. And it worked. For a while. They came here and resumed mining. Brought gold with them too. So for a while there, we were even happy to see new faces. Then news from Camelot arrived. The Red Death is in Kuanacht. The weirdness is getting thicker.
we declare martial law, cut down all the trees and take the manure with us. Everyone goes to Camelot.
Load of bullshit, if you ask me. The weirdness has always been here. Kuanacht has been doing just fine without the support of the dog-fuckers of the Round Table. Denholm, the one in charge of their army, came here with the Red Priests. It seems like he's well aware that his orders are stupid, and that people from Kuanacht are smarter than Camelot thinks. And now, Kuanacht is divided. Some want to leave for Camelot. Others can't imagine it. Like me. I just can't stomach leaving the land of my fathers. Camelot says we do. I think we don't, even after the moronic theft of trees. Lord Milksop, of course, doesn't know what to do. If he leaves for Camelot, he'll become just another arse-kissing sponger princeling no one gives a toss about, and the court is already full of those. Here, at least, he's somebody. Or he can become somebody if he makes the right choices. The men here is dying, that's true. More and more weirdness creeps into our homes at night. Soon, the flame will no longer be enough. I don't know what would need to happen for everyone to stay in Kuanacht. The truth is, we can only survive if we keep together, either here or there. His family has a grand past. I have the utmost respect for their legacy. The Tarians made Kuanacht strong. They carried on the legacy of Palamedes, King Arthur's advisor. Our lord, though, don't get me started. Yvain is a coward. He lets Camelot get away with anything. Well, for now. I've heard rumors that he's been trying, in his own pathetic way, to delay making some crucial decisions. Who knows? Perhaps our lordling will finally grow a pair and make use of them for the good of his subjects. Though, if you ask me, the only thing that could save him would be the quest for the Holy Grail. I have my reasons. I don't trust the bastards because they've already been here once. They took a few people for what they called a routine examination, promising that our loved ones would return safe and sound in no time. Ah, damn it all. Would you believe me if I told you that not all of them even had the symptoms of the Red Death? Nobody came back. Not a single soul. From that moment on, I've sworn to do everything in my power to make life miserable for those scarlet dogs. I don't really want to talk about it, but look, I had a wife. She was a beautiful woman, and I'm pretty sure that she was with child when they took her away. She would chat with Nianti. She hadn't bled for 3 months, and she would have eaten all the crops from Reese's field if she could. My Katrin. They took her away. She caught a cold, and they put her on a transport to the island asylum. I never saw her again. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to think about it anymore. Let the past stay in the past. You... what? How? How is this possible? I can't believe this. My Katrin. Do you still have the letter? Please tell me you didn't throw it away. My Katrin. A boy. My little boy. She mentioned once that she liked the name Llewellyn. It made me laugh. It sounded so poetic, not really fitting for a blacksmith's son. I always wanted a son. Maybe that's why I've grown so fond of Beor. I thank you. I'm guessing the circumstances in which you got this letter must have been difficult. If everyone here were as brave as you, our Kuhnhacht would have a chance to weather the end of the world. Here, take this. I have no use for it anymore. I wanted to bury it with Katrin if I ever found her body. That's all I can do for you, and for her. Why? This letter doesn't change anything. Years ago, I swore I wouldn't utter a single good word about those red vermin, and I'm not going to change my mind on that anytime soon. If anything, it has assured me that I am right.
Just another peaceful moment.
You lost or what?
Well, if you want to buy eggs, go talk to the missus. Though consider yourself warned. You eat them at your own peril. No need to worry. Yeah, the missus told me to say that to anyone asking after the eggs. Or grains, or veggies, or anything, really. So they know not to come crying if they find ears growing in unmentionable places. Not that it happens very often. Just, you know, what you see is what you get. Nothing wrong. Well, not at the moment. We'll see how the next crop comes in. It's been a bit hit and miss lately. The wheat was a nice surprise because, you know, it's the wrong season, and we were worried about the glowing. But it turned out to be perfectly good wheat. On the other hand, the turnips were not so good. We fed them to the pig as we always do, and it turned her inside out. Poor thing, eh? Maybe it's time to move the plots within the range of the weirdness repellents again. Aye, that we do. It was getting into the crops one way or the other, so why not use it, you know? You see, with the weirdness, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. But the good has saved us from starving to death. I ate potatoes that looked like pig hearts and carrots that tasted like what standing in a field in the middle of the night feels like. All perfectly nice food. I say, it's better to have a meal that's a tiny bit different than what you're used to, than not to have one at all. And make my missus a widow? Pah! The whole area's full of monsters, and they sure ain't edible. We tried that once, and, well, let's just say we never tried it again. Aye, it may be. But it's not like we got a long stretch to live, the missus and I. We didn't want to just lie down and wait for death. And I bet we ain't the only ones. What else are folks to do in this blasted weather? All ready for winter, but winter won't come. And if winter won't come, neither will spring. The last normal harvest came and went ages ago. I'm telling you, if not for the weirdness, we'd all be dead by now. I see. You're with those Camelotians who want to run us out. We've already told your lot. We ain't going anywhere. If we die here, then so be it. And I ain't talking about it no more, so don't even try.
Oh, my, what a fine lad you are. Were I a touch younger, I'd consider running away with you. Reginald be damned. As you should be. I used to be quite the catch back in the day, you know. I didn't make it easy for Reginald to win me over, but he was always a stubborn man. It flattered me, that stubbornness. I should have listened to my mother when she told me a headstrong husband is just as bad as a lazy one. One does his way, but I thought I knew better. And now, here I am. Every marriage has its ups and downs, especially one that's lasted as long as ours. We worked hard our whole lives, raised our children right. I had hoped for a little peace at the end of the road, but now they say the weirdness is coming, and my husband insists we stay. I know I don't have much time left, but there are better ways to die than in the fog. It is hard. I'm not saying it's not, but we wouldn't be begging for the kindness of strangers. We have a son in Burrow. He already wrote and said he'd take us in. But Reginald said no, and that was the end of it. Take care out there.
You need something? Huh? Who goes there? You're not from round here, are you? Whatever you've got to say, I'm not interested. I'm not going anywhere. And do what? Fart into a bench and mooch off my children? I'd rather die than become the kind of father who turns into a burden. As long as I can lift a hoe, I'll work the fields. And if I can't do that anymore, then what good am I? No, I won't become a useless old man. I'd rather keel over here and now. Mora's always been a worrywart. If anything goes awry, it's the end of the world for her. And don't even get me started on the nagging. Everything'll be fine. It always is, in the end. Besides, we won't be alone. Reese and Ida are staying, and they know how to work around the weirdness better than anyone. And make sure it stays that way. Good, because I won't. And you've been through many droughts in your life. If you had, you'd know there's nothing simple about them. You just stand there and watch your crops die, praying for rain that never comes, wondering if your children are strong enough to survive this one. And the fat years aren't much better. You grow tall crops, and then you gotta strain your ears for straw children skulking around at harvest, until the weirdness can make work in the land any worse than it already is. Love? Nah, it's a shithole. All my life I've watched it turn into a dump, and it only got worse without Lordling at the helm. But I gave everything I had to this land. We've had good years, sure, but we've also had years when we went hungry for days so our kids wouldn't starve. The weirdness, just another storm to weather. Everything'll turn out fine in the long run. Huh.
Thought I'd be alone today.
Eyes forward. Need anything else? Eggs, some veggies. There's no much to spare, but we share what we can. What do you want?
Are you looking to buy the mill? It's seen better days, that's for sure. Even when my good-for-nothing father was alive. It needs work, but everything does if you want it to be worth something, right? Oh, my father owned the mill once. Then after he passed, my brother took it. Then his children, then theirs. As for me, I died as the miller's daughter, for the terrible crime of being the miller's daughter. The truth is, I don't remember my name. It's been so long since anyone living has spoken it. It was stupid. You see, my father was a drunkard who liked to brag, and the more he drank, the more he bragged. The problem was, not a single word he said was ever true. And for some reason, he decided to tell people I could spin gold from straw. That ridiculous rumor made its way to King Sagramore. He locked me in a cell full of straw and told me it had to be spun into gold by morning. Well, what do you think happened? I sat in that cell, choking on the stench of rotting straw, and cried. Then I screamed myself hoarse, begging someone, anyone, to let me out. By morning, my throat was dry as parchment and full of dust. But when the first rays of sunlight streamed through the tiny window, I cried again. I remember shaking all the way to the block, but my last thought was of my father, and oh, it was vicious. I don't know. One moment, I was dead, and the next, well, I was still dead, but I was home again. It was like looking through a veil, still in this world, yet no longer part of it. Every beam and plank so familiar, yet not. He hanged himself, right there, from that beam. I visited him, in dreams and in the waking world, until he couldn't take it anymore. I overheard someone say it must have been the guilt of my death gnawing at him. Stupid people. He wouldn't have felt a shred of guilt if I hadn't reminded him. First of all, he wasn't a king. He just liked calling himself that. Now that I think about it, surely that wasn't allowed, was it? He was a small, jittery man, yet in that cell, he loomed so large over me. I wonder, did he too lose his head for claiming to be something he was not? I'm not sure. I've seen the sun rise and set so many times. I stopped counting. What would be the point? Time means nothing to me. Through the cracks in the walls, I watched the seasons change. I listened to the millstones turn, until one day, it all stopped. The mill, the seasons, now everything is so still, death-like, almost. It was beautiful, actually. The fields shimmered pale gold in the sun, carrying the scent of warm dust and ripe grain. The whitewashed walls made the town glow, and the men here, I always liked our men here, you know. It looks a bit frightening, but it always felt warm. It used to, at least. Now it feels more like me with each passing day. Help? Why would I need help? I'm fine. Nothing hurts. I can see everything through the windows and the cracks in the walls. I can watch the mice in the corner all day, and no one scolds me for lazing around. I'm content. But it's kind of you to ask. People don't always care about the well-being of strangers, especially ones who are already dead. Careful out there. The world's grown a lot stranger than it used to be.
What a nice day.
Good luck out there. You'll need it. And remember, aim true and keep your fire burning.
Sometimes it's good to just sit and think.
The carrots are coming in nicely this time. Maybe Edith's carrot cake won't taste like old socks.
We've harvested some good crops lately. You're in luck.